Welcome back if you've not been tuning into the first map and you're wondering, first map? What do you mean? I thought this was map 3. Well, hate to break it to you, but that score on the top right, 28-31, is accurate. Adam did end up coming out on top, but it didn't look like they would for the longest of times.
Yeah, stopped us from getting to a 6th overtime, but yeah, we might have already played one best of 3's worth of map, but still more maps to play, and so Inferno is what we'll grace ourselves for Adam's pick, and so GR starts CT. Adam with a smoke and a flash available in Advent's pockets, so set up for what is actually looking like they're gonna try and orchestrate something over at A. Mercury at least in contact. Wecht already under some pressure, but actually unsilenced USP is where he'll strike first. It's just QQ on the site left.
He does have a silenced USP, but he doesn't really have any teammates with him, missing out on the second opportunity. Mosea was able to duck out underneath, get the kill, and get the bomb pontoon upper as well. DR all coming back in through middle for this retake. Do have a smoke and a flashbang, but no kit with it, so it'll be proving to be a little bit tough on them, but maybe with the flashbang in, Mosea can be taken down. No, Mosea instead just comes around, and it's a quadruple. Fresh on Rare Adam in style from Mosea.
What a tank. I mean, he was into that barrels with sort of bait and switch where Kami is holding from deep pit and he can spot initially, and that's really distracts those players to set Mosea up. But then he just keeps on swinging. He swings wider and wider each time. You know, that actually lines you up to be better traded, but yeah, he just ate them all up.
And now he pulls out the dualies. Oh my god, this man is a saint and a monster.
Well, they ain't gonna have head armor, not at least on a few of these players. Attack successes, only nades will do the damage here for GR. Mosea will try an entry in with just these dualies. Smokes are down front side as well, so they can move in through CT. The mediocrity is the one that gets dropped, and those dualies are only really there to take space and will even catch QQ on the reload, so no problems breaking into B.
Even upgrades into Deagle and a Galil. What a return on investment. Everyone talks about how the Mac 10 is mobile. No one talks about how the dualies are mobile.
Yeah, well, at least you can jump and shoot with the Mac 10.
You can jump and shoot with the dualies, too.
I mean, you can technically jump and shoot with every weapon. I'm just saying, like, you know, in terms of efficacy, the Mac 10 definitely has that beat. Not everyone can Cold Zero AWP, you know?
Hey man, even Cold Zero can't always Cold Zero.
Yeah, no, that's true. You know, that's a once-in-a-lifetime kind of shot. But I like the use of the front sight smoke there from Rare Adam. You know, using the pistol to sort of take room in towards CT. It made more room for the riflers. And as they were distracted with that sort of mounting presence, because they didn't want to lose construction and suddenly get sandwiched between a T-side attacking them from the front and the back simultaneously. That's when the rifler just also punishes them, even trying to cheat round that front side smoke to find that kill. So pretty simple looking, but really well done there from Rare Adam.
Oh, well. Mike won't be given any freebies with the scan. Not even the one. If Rare Adam do end up funneling into this bracket presence from the CT side, I do not necessarily count them as favorites to come out on top of the duels. They don't actually have many flashes at all. Mercury pushing forward will end up finding one, but Yakuza from behind and QQ God will combine to pick up a couple more. Mediocrity still hidden away inside Graveyard. They might not be expecting him to be in the position, and as he will be found out, Mercury's demise is at the very least guaranteed. So Kami being very meticulous at the last minute clears.
Not even going to pick up that AK. Knew the Wecht had saved over something from a previous round. Kami's just okay. Now he's gonna hold on to it. Want to create some room initially. There is a Galil that Wecht can't save. He's got armor as well as a smoke. And the fact that there's just not enough time to really make this one work, that flash will even scare him away. Most likely a save and just about doing damage here for the exiting players here of Rare Adam, and should be able to accomplish that. I mean, Kami's still too close to the bomb, but he turned away. Thought for sure, if Cammy was going to leave, he would have done so already. 3-0 start, and actually a pretty nice stack. You know, definitely getting more out of that than you would have anticipated. There was no investment, only the saved weapons, and doing decent damage. Keeping Rare Adam's economy at least somewhat modest. First gun and not going with the AWP on Wecht, just opting for more utility, maybe expecting that the pace will be quite quick here from Rare Adam.
When in fact, it's pretty standard. Or the apartment's control even makes it look like maybe even a little bit more so. Jumping up and down, Kami manages to keep himself alive. QQ was watching out for the cross, but will find nothing.
What happened to Salo's mouse there? Jesus. Through the nade and then suddenly looking at the floor. Little spin out. Haven't seen that one of those in quite some time. Wecht not spinning out of his fights though. And finding one, but Mosea answering back. Even on the refates, they tried to trade. They tried to go in with an advantage, but it only leads them deeper into the hole.
And Mosea and Inferno's like a different kind of beast sometimes.
Yeah, Doggy, this was his sort of breakout map.
First, I thought that maybe it was just the fact that Rare Adam's so good on it, but no, maybe Rare Adam's good on it because of Mr. Mosey. Yeah.
I remember, I mean, I know I've spoke to you about this, but, you know, Mercury Mosaic trading places in terms of, like, star power at one point or another on this Rare Adam squad, and, yeah, it felt like this was the map where that happened the most frequently. I still think Mercury will have his crazy moments here as well. But nice to see that, you know, after a Mirage where both of them kind of started slow, now on this T side, they're getting engaged. You know, all those repetitions in the overtimes woke them up.
Well, Kaze was never asleep. That's for sure.
Yeah, not Mirage. This is actually one of Kaze's maps where he can really sink or swim. You know, I think that we see that with quite a few Asian AWPers in general. I think you look at the two that we have at the top of the scene at the moment in terms of Annihilation and Kaze. This could be one of those maps where, especially on CT sides, they struggle to have their impact. You know, there'll be games where they pop off and they really show their worth. But then there'll be others where you see them miss far more than you would expect on literally any other map.
Freebie for Mercury, Wecht is gone, and as he's going to be trailing in, the flash is perfectly timed as well. Salo eats his death, initially stabbed up by a teammate, I believe it was Wecht, and 2Q sees he's going to be running out of bullets even if he gets a chance to fire them off. We're at it once again, the A-bomb site taken up, and make it look easy.
This is quite a one-sided affair, considering, you know, we went, 28 plus 31. Yeah, a lot of rounds. I didn't even try to do the math. 59 rounds. And now we start off 5-0, where you know, we had a pretty sizable lead for GR, 14-8 was the scoreline they had at one point or another over Rare Atom on Mirage. But Rare Atom are about to find just about that amount of separation without as much resistance.
I was just checking the scoreboard from the previous map on ESEA.net, which is of course where you can get all the details for the regular season and the like as well. Only Causes in the VIP. Come on, guys. I feel like Advent at least deserves a VIP as well. Right? Poor guy. Advent, no matter what he does, he can't get the VIP on ESEA.
Isn't that a paid thing?
No, the VIP is like it's admin granted. It's a purple badge.
Huh.
If you had to pay to be a very important person, are you really that important? As a shout out to you, Twitter.
Yeah, give me the blue check mark. Makes me important. Relevant.
My impressions. Salo is in a position where it feels like he will inevitably have to try and peek into middle and Flash trying to come through. Salah will be traded out. Mercury was playing anti-flash earlier on, and Wecht now smoked off. The timing missed out on as well. And now a secondary smoke actually going to be greeting him. He does try and move through it, but that's when Mercury is there to cover off as well. The flashes are well timed, even if Mercury does end up getting tagged early in. QQ good for one, but that's all he will find.
Yeah, these A players are just getting run over. They're getting stopped. At the moment, Rare Adam are just kind of running over them. The trades have been immaculate, and this time as well, they waited no time to actually chase down QQ even inside the pit. And even 2v3, they still wanted to try and challenge for it, but Rare Adam aren't showing too much skin. So they'll have to duck away and try and save these weapons. That's always the problem with this map. It can be a couple of kills, hell, even a trifecta, and the round is done. Teams are so much better at playing out post plants. There's a lot of respect given to how well teams can sort of bounce off each other when that bomb is down. You just need too many resources and too many pros or too many positives to bring into a retake before you can really justify it. I don't know what they do here. You know, it feels like they almost need to find some sort of counter aggression, either through Deep B or through the apartments to keep Rare Adam at least a little bit more honest, because they've been just playing a pretty standard opening 30 seconds and then just convening on A.
Oh. Right. Looked like there was a real chance for him to find an advantage. Instead, it's Advent who's made it down, but not brought down. QQ got as well. Only damage. Kami, the first casualty from what seemed like it could have been many from Rare Adam. Meanwhile, Mercury's pushed through the smoke. Kush and QQ got completely off guard, and while Blind Wecht is offering up a couple more kills, Salo's grenade as well finishes off what was began earlier on, but Mosaic continues to be unwavering, unflinching. The grenade forward as well. Mediocrity trying to play close to the smoke, will be able to find another one as he is almost traded. Mosaic can't find it fast enough, and the spray transfer is perfect.
Yeah, fantastic work. I mean, Kazu was one bullet, so regardless of where he hit him, it was just an immediate reaction there from Mediocrity, expecting someone else to be there for the trade, but that was, I mean, you barely had any time to miss a bullet there on Mosaic. The only man that was healthy on the Rare Adam squad after the early bombardment, the spam, all sorts of damage that GR found at the start of that round, and they stopped Rare Adam from attaining any of that open territory that they've been able to get in previous rounds, just by being a touch more aggressive. So close to finding an angle there on Kaze. Wecht didn't overcommit to the swing.
Careful, Mosai's already moved fast before the smoke could bloom, and Mercury's got another one as well. Salah's completely blind, and although he maybe would have had a chance to reset his aim in time, will not be the case. QQ as well. Solitary frag is all he will find. And Rare Adam continue to run over GR Gaming. It's like Mirage never even happened.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's pretty much the same kind of building to these rounds almost every time from Rare Adam. You know, just make sure you're not getting aggressed into in the opening sort of 25 seconds maybe, and then they just go in for a brackets take, and usually GR are setting up players to hold that spot, and that's what's leading Rare Adam to just finish on A, because they're getting those kills, and then they're just thinking, well, now this bomb site's weakened, so we may as well just take it. GR are bleeding out when it comes to these holds on that A bomb site.
Mediocrity. Oh, never mind. I really didn't think he had a chance to stay alive over there. Instead, ends up doing a fair bit of damage. And it's not insignificant. That actually sets up GR for potentially resetting the Rare Adam economy in 2 wins, if I'm not wrong.
I think you're pretty on it. And of course, JR did win the round before that one, so it had to be a very healthy reinvestment from Rare Adam as well. Yeah, only one survivor is quite significant, even though Rare Atom have such a solid round lead. Been able to chain so many in a row. They have been dealt a couple of blows along the path. Flashbang lined up here for Yakuza, who sits once again at the sandbags. Meanwhile, Mercury's running interference into the middle. They boost up, and this time they were not ready for that. The Mediocrity out fighting on the B-site floor, and that smoke will bloom before they actually get another player in transition. Wex spamming his whole magazine, so that's a free kill there for Mosea. A 3-on-2 where that bomb goes down.
They are going to be trying to go for the retake overhead. It seems like the save is not an option. They realize it as well. But QQ, now that he's lost his teammate, does he still try and commit? There's a heavy amount of tag damage that he suffered. A flashbang through. His bullets are out. Mosea as well, running out of ammo. He's feeling gung-ho. But it will be Advent to be the one to actually seal the deal.
I don't know what's gone into Mosea, but he's disturbed. Like, jumping through that CT smoke, first off, a little crazy, but perfect timing to do it. So, you know, you can't argue with that. You know, he gets that kill, and then he's just shooting. He jumps up first oranges, finds another kill, and then he's still trying to, like, jump spot over the smoke CT and challenge. He even jumps through after his teammate calls a flash. I mean, it just felt like Mosea wanted all the action in every way that he possibly could. And no one on GR could really stop him.
Great. Alright, man. Brackets has just seemed to be completely free so far. Salo even goes propelling backwards. Got a Michael Bay effects going on over here. And dude, it just seems like there's nothing you can offer up. Honestly,
they're getting picked apart by flashbangs.
Yeah, every single time they want to try and take a peek, they're blind. In Brackets, there's been no fair duels at all. Kami now spots out the re-aggression back up middle, and Yakuza inside the Molotov will actually be saved by his teammate. The smoke coming in timely. 2-on-2. Kaze will be able to find Yakuza as well, and Mediocrity, last man standing, has been spotted out as well. Crossover has been seen, and Kaze can just get a Molotov down and chill away while Kami comes in for the backstab.
Yeah, they're just getting picked apart by the utility. It's that much better placed here from Rare Atom. The timing on their peaks alongside flashbangs has been impeccable. And GR, while they might have one player playing anti-flash, it hasn't been always the case. You know, we've seen a couple of these flashes just blind up everybody on the Brackets hold. But even when they do have a player holding anti-flash, he's usually the first guy that dies. You know, Rare Atom have been very solid about their target selection on these picks. And this is the full force you get when Mercury and Mosea both see activation. You know, the B players can never feel too safe with some of the presence that Mosea's offered up. And come on now. Can't even see them, and he gets both.
He's even going through for more, looking for it all. Salo will be able to collect, but that just sets up Kaze for a shot through the smoke. So style points galore, and the score is looking a little bit one-sided.
From a 59-rounder Mirage to this. Like, this is part of the reason why this has become one of the staple maps here for Rare Atom in series. They pick it against international teams, well against international teams on it. It is firmly in their wheelhouse, regardless of whether they have Jam Young or not. This is probably their most drilled map. And we certainly see why. I mean, GR just look out of their depth.
Yeah, I don't think that they would have had a chance to win the series out if they lost Mirage, but I didn't think it would be like this. 10-1 now.
I mean, I wasn't expecting Mirage to be like it was either, so...
Ah, okay, true. When I saw Jam Young wasn't there, I thought maybe they're going to end it down, but if anyone predicted 59 rounds, well then, you're a time traveler, Harry.
Yeah.
Or crazy. Or both.
I think anyone that claims to be a time traveler probably is a little bit, you know, I wouldn't say crazy, but maybe...
eccentric.
That's a good way to put it. We live in a simulation.
I agree. Unfortunately, there is some lack of computing power in trying to figure out and simulate a way for GR Gaming to bring you back. Maybe the SOP could be leading the charge for them in that regards, but Wecht is about to be flashed off all over again. This time does collect his Mercury, crossing over right with the flashbang, and Advent will be the one to trade.
Yeah, nice counter flash as well there. Set up from Kaze, deep middle. Mosaic holding for the push, and this time will succeed in only just getting one. Can't collect on a double, but Kaze forces at least some hesitance here from the stack on A. Wecht will find one player trying to slip in through CT, but they're trying to reset back to B. GR will be fast as well, fleet-footed to try and get their sightlines back in. But there is a smoke that Kaze can deploy.
Oh, blind does actually manage to reset in time. Kaze is trying to save the smoke for later on. Knows that he should get at least one for free before he's forced to smoke off CT, and well, Wecht will have an AWP in the next round regardless, so really hate it if he just tried and went for it, but with no kit and the Molotov at his feet, yeah, no chance.
I mean, he can have an ult, but his teammates will be missing out on weaponry.
Honestly, at this point,
yeah, I mean,
considering they're blind, it doesn't even matter.
you might have just had to try. You're already so far in the hole, but yeah, a bit of a brazen decision there from Adam to just hold that smoke there on Kaze. You know, one player making the cross could have certainly been punished had they been, you know, I think deeper towards maybe tree or had a better sight line in. You know, Kaze was trying to hold off for any sort of eventual spawn peak, but he had actually a pretty slim line to punish any of those rotating players in. But ultimately ends up being the reason they win that round. You know, that one decision, that one little risk, considering they were fighting from a deficit. And a flying blind. It certainly makes sense. Can't always play hyper safe. That's why we say risk-taking is important for teams even when they're winning. You'd have to try and take a few risks.
Well, Zaya just got himself a 1-on-2 over on the B bomb set as well.
What
He's been taking a lot of risks. You talk about risk taking, Michael. This man is he's an adrenaline junkie.
They're not even moving. Like, they know this is a done deal. I mean, you lose your B players in the opening 10 seconds. Like, what are you supposed to do, actually? They've got full belts.
Old chat exclamation mark report.
This round is just so, yeah, it's just so out of hand. This is probably the most relatable experience to anyone at home that's played Inferno, where you're an A player and then that happens and you're just like, well, how are we supposed to win this round now?
In all fairness, when they were coming A, the B players probably felt that way as well. So
yeah, no, that is very true. This game's been a game of rotates and sadness, and now they probably won't get away with even their weapons. Yeah, they're hunted down, they're hounded down. And Rare Adam, dominant displays here on Inferno.
I would love to see how many bombs we've actually had blow up because of the amount of saving that has been attempted, but then just shut down.
Yeah.
There's no.
So not that the bomb actually got planted. You're talking like actually fully exploded in the rounds. What are you looking for? Well, let's see if Wecht can find more impact. Has found a couple of opening kills with that AWP that his influence, but yeah, they're just getting picked apart. This time a much more defensive hold here from Adam. Usually they accelerate with their pace, but now they barrel through the mid-smoke, and the flashes, again, I mean, every time there's been a player up close, they've been fully blinded by these flashes, and Mosaic as well will punish a player through B. It's only Wecht that can defend this A site, and that bomb is still actually headed this direction. Kami smoked down, and actually just baiting out the shots. Wecht even plucked out Kami, Coachman, at least clearing the A site, and so 13 punched in.
Yakuza's at least gonna try and go for it. You know, he was pretty damn good on the rush. Now he's dead on Inferno. Which does sort of seem to describe everyone on GR in general. I
I can't fathom just how simple it looks for Rare Atom at the moment. And I think they've been going for pretty box standard brackets takes. You know, maybe just jumping over sight lines and clearly they've gone with faster paces, because I think usually what we see from Rare Atom is that they target banana first and then brackets. But they've been definitely fixating more on the A side. But that's maybe because they've had so much success in the early rounds. But this time they will start off at a deficit that's only sustained for a little while. Mosaic Kami finding kills instantly right back.
Well, Salah maybe has a chance to get something done here. At least he will find the 1 kill, so it's a 3-on-3. Whacked as well, with Mercury being this low and scoping while he pushes through the smoke. Mosaic on the other side still gets a frag, will be traded. Salah continues to be able to deploy in a little bit more impact because he's taking the chance to actually push right back over to Library. Remember, this is a shotgun up close and personal, so it is going to have the same 1-hit potential, and doesn't even need to be realized. Mediocrity finds him the second round, but this is a dire half. The question is, what can they do in the second? We'll be back after a break to find out. I will not lie to you, it has been a desolate landscape so far for the GR gaming side, but perhaps they can still come through and plant some seeds that can grow into trees that blossom over and have a respectable scoreline for them.
From the high highs of being able to maybe even win against them on Mirage to the low lows of getting absolutely steamrolled on their CT side. So hope they can at least put up a bit of a fight. Wecht will at least start the affair off quite nicely, but he's getting shot in the back of the head, and he didn't even react for it. Kaze and Mercury combined for a couple of kills. Now at a deficit, GR trying to salvage what they can, but they still have Yakuza clearing things towards Banana, and QQ will peel to try and link up.
So yeah, was a danger man in the first half as well. Now the question is, can he find a few kills here in the second on the pistol round? They're trying to circle in from behind on Rare Atom. Admin has to be careful that he doesn't just fall, otherwise that will leave only the incendiary available for the retakes. Kaze's got a flashbang of his own as well, and now at a 4-3 with so much utility. The game is on. Mosea's turned around. The smoke has gone awry, but that just gives space to Salo to come through to chime in with a quick frag as well. Salo trying to close the distance. Maybe he would have been hurt as he was stacked up. Mercury jumps over him, and Yakuza and QQ God are the ones to finish off, but Mercury must have been a little bit surprised by why he's up so high when he's crouched down.
Why am I floating? Who's holding me? And it turned out to be Salo, so... Now, a very, very awkward pistol there for Mosea to have to play out. You know, he's had a stellar game so far, but had to look at both CT and construction simultaneously, kind of put himself in a bad spot, actually, to kind of deal with any aggressive maneuvers. And given that there was so much presence from Banana, I kind of anticipated that they would even sort of push through spawn on the GR side. Ends up getting shot on that side of the head, and, you know, GR end up holding, so great job. They were at a deficit, but managed to bail themselves out. He's going to need a lot more like it. It's a long way to the top. And Mercury's already been sidelined. In fact, Advent will join him in spectating his teammates.
And this was it. He would have come through for a quick freebie. Remember, he was the man who was doing everything, seemingly, in the first half. AK recovered.
Honestly, might just want to throw it away.
Yeah, the thing is, he can't necessarily even know how many rifles and the like are there on the other side. Plus, stats are so nice to collect upon, aren't they? But running out into the magazine anyway, so would have probably ended up falling regardless, short of a absolute miracle. GR with the fourth.
Should just see Rad and bend the knee here. Upgraded pistols about as much as they can afford. And then we'll be in with another gun round. They come in trailing from 13 to 2. So it's hard to get too excited until we see, honestly, much of the sort of same positives that we saw for Rare Adam. They were targeting weaknesses over on that A side. Lovely shot there from Mosea. And also being able to keep players busy over at B simultaneously. So some decent damage there from Advent on a 1v1. Oh, and a nice attempt there from Kaze. But after Mosea's Deeg antics, nothing else has really fallen into Rare's wheelhouse.
Maybe he can find a few more Deeg antics. Yorkie is quite low, so you don't even need the headshot. And, well, he doesn't get the headshot. Unfortunately, he doesn't get a body shot either.
Nice as well that they, you know, dispatched of the weapon that was lost. Didn't make anything too attainable for any sort of a late B push there for Adam, because GR were planning on going the other direction after Mosea got that opening kill. But here's where the problems can arise. Kaze, CT side opening. Sure, he wasn't that much of a heavy hitter on T side, but who needed to be when Mosea and Mercury were just barreling through bomb sites?
Kind of awkward spacing between Tommy and Kaze, but, well, Yakuza's already down and out. Mosea closing in the distance, and with the shallow smoke, there is a chance for him to take advantage of it. In the meanwhile, the awkward spacing or not, it will be a quick little double kill between the two.
Yeah, just holding on to each other for what was a pretty bold peek. Could have certainly gone wrong had there been a missed shot, but neither of them missing a beat. Like taking those fights and missing the opening duels might be comparable to suicide. This whole round is very quickly fallen apart. They didn't even have the bomb anywhere near any of the remaining players. That was dropped outside of T-spawn. And, you know, it's not unusual for it to be kind of at the barrels towards T-steps, but it was much deeper than that. So going back to pick that up would have chewed off at least an extra 10 seconds. GR wanted to at least get the round a little closer in terms of the numbers. I said that was going to be the hardest moment, and it will certainly prove to be more of an uphill climb. If they lose this round, they would be down to dumps on a force, and Kaze's ult is already struck. In fact, Kami linking up with him and going down middle. Kami's a force to be reckoned with. Silo taking a lot of damage for his duel as well.
Well, Mediocrity's not feeling too well about his situation either. Pushing through, will not fall. I thought for a second if the smoke actually hit him. Once or twice, maybe. Who knows? Smokes do 2 damage, though, if I'm not wrong.
I think a smoke can hit you multiple times.
Yeah.
It's very infrequent that it happens, though. They should know Kaze's here. They couldn't scope.
Well, what would look like an impossible round to actually recover is now coming in quite firmly, but they do need to move past Mercury, and that's simply not possible. Laying up top of the Super Box, 15 found. Rare Atom knocking on the door of victory, and they're knocking hard.
Yeah, kind of a weird looking angle there for Mercury, but yeah, they were clearly not expecting him to be in that position, especially after Kaze had just fallen on short. Has to be flawless from here on out. God, just such a good effort on the first map, and it is a bit sad to see it fizzle away. Would be GR's second loss in the season thus far, but it's not there just yet. YouTube starting off the affair, and a lot of spam, but Mosaic cleaning up, and another player right behind him in Mercury that is taken his one and dipped right back. A smoke down towards the entrance of B, and he's even got a teammate right behind him as well. They were fast on these rotates, and so GR have slowed their roll.
They're... Okay, interesting. Maybe Mediocrity just thinks that they've pushed all the way through to T-House on the Rare Atom side, but... splitting up this much, it will be Yakuza to be the first one to break into brackets. Could have been a risky attempt to go for, but instead, Mercury will come through, compensate for Arches, as Kaze will be allowed to try and watch out for the cross. There is no smoke for Moto, so Kaze should be good for at least the one, unless he is just domed ahead or misses out on an opportunity. That's exactly what ends up happening. The full miss to come through. Molotov is present if he would like to try and go for the anti-default molly, but not needed at all. Mercury can just take the peek. Yakuza so far forward, but now spotted out. The molly's been missed initially, and Yakuza now flanked in upon Rare Atom will take it away. 16-5. GR Gaming completely demolished.